to our seminar today, which will cover the topic of the power of collecting information, which of course will be held by our speaker, Mrs. Fida. So thank you for coming. Sorry, Fida Belhaj. She's Mrs. Belhaj is a very well experienced management and innovation consultant. She has worked through so many organizations and helped them improve their performance and I forgot the word. It's fine. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, so briefly, who am I? So my name is Fida Belhaj. I'm a consultant at Future Islands. Future Islands briefly is innovation lab based in Tunisia, where we create new approaches, techniques, tools, in order to create innovative solutions for sustainable society. Also, I facilitate various workshops such as design thinking, Legacy's play, future thinking, and recently I became part of the International Association of Facilitators. Okay, so we will see a brief introduction, then a history behind this notion of collective intelligence. What's the collective intelligence? What are the most famous manifestations of this phenomenon? And then the second part, we will be seeing how to ignite your organization with collective intelligence. What are the facilitation techniques based on collective intelligence? How do you instill or include this notion within organization? There's a particular attention also to the bottom-up approach management, and last but not least, we will have some real case studies. I wanted to kick off my presentation with the ancient and African proverb that I really like. It says, if you want to go quickly, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. It provides is it clear? Okay. It provides a sage advice for today, and also it reflects the essence of the collective intelligence. So in a complex and a certain context, an important number of industry leaders, scholars, and community change makers have shifted successfully their management style to management based on collective intelligence due to its potential to address any challenge. As a great power support to the company's innovative agenda, it has been more common in recent decades to focus on how groups can be smarter than individuals in them. But what's this phenomenon and how to tap into people's expertise? Throughout the years, collective intelligence has been emergent and evolving concept until today. So in 1970, we had the first experience of shared governance. Shared governance is simply decentralized of the decision-making, shared accountability, and so on. For 1980, we had the deployment of the collaborative and a shy or small introductory movement to the innovation initiative. For the year 2000, the participative approach took over, and each one is invited to share its ideas through the methods and the brainstorming. I have to mention that this history that you see in the slide reflects mostly American and Scandinavian approaches. And then we will have the era of Co. All forms of organizations are impacted by transition, such as digital transition, green transition, or even twin transition when it comes to the digital and green transitions together, and the need to make ways of doing things more collective. between public institutions, private companies, associations, startups, communities, and networks. Recently, we are witnessing the rise of the collective at all levels of organizations. We are in the at the core. We hear about collaboration, co-construction, co-conception, co-creativity, cooperation, and even co-design. There is an endless list of this cool concept. And then we have 2015, a handbook of collective intelligence was published. 2017, there's additional books describing the field. For general audiences appeared, and in more recent years, an annual conference series on collective intelligence was established, and I'm very happy that Esprit did a seminar about it in 2023 regarding the collective intelligence. All right. I'm sure that many of you have asked it yourselves, what's the collective intelligence? According to Turupki 2005, and based on his book Wisdom of Crowds, collective intelligence refers to the capacity to mobilize and coordinate the expertise and creativity possessed by large groups of individuals or people in order to solve problems and create new knowledge. The second definition that I really like, because it comes to more larger scale, that includes companies, countries, economies, and even scientific communities. Indeed, several events allow you to get out of the box and step aside to share visions and build new projects together. Collective intelligence is a solid notion for the following events or approaches. We have the hackathons for startuppers, open innovation, design thinking, and so on. And all these initiatives go in the direction of thinking, working together to meet the challenges of this fast and complex world in which we evolve. The first shape, we have the open innovation. Simply is the practice inviting a wide group of people, such as customers, suppliers, competitors, and so on, to participate in problem solving, idea generation, and product development. I really wanted to share with you the Nestle example because they took the open innovation to the next level. Back in time, they invited innovation startups, customers, competitors, manufacturers to translate ideas into real products. They put or they provide access to entrepreneurs, and all the key stakeholders to the expertise, knowledge, labs, prototyping, and so on, to test the idea and bring it to life in a real market conditions. The second shape is the hackathon. Hackathon is a timed event in which teams made up of both technical and business experts get together to collaborate intensively on creative projects. The aim is to design, build, and present the most innovative solution to a problem, and then pitch a final concept, prototype, or presentation to the stakeholders. We had a previous experience with teams in AI Tunisia. It was a virtual hackathon at Future Islands team. Me and other team member were mentors, and it was really interesting hackathon where teams were very invested in developing an idea and bringing to life, and they used also the artificial intelligence. For the third shape, we have here design thinking. I believe it's very famous in the ecosystem, Tunisian ecosystem. So it's simply a systemic, intuitive, customer-focused problem-solving approach that organizations can use to respond to rapidly changing environments and to create maximum impact. It simply has several steps. It begins with empathy. Then we have to capture the real problem, to come up with idea, and we discuss it into group. Then we have prototyping and then testing. How to ignite your organization with collective intelligence. Collective intelligence can be applied via two models or even more, but we will focus on these two today. So we have moments or workshops with the use or with the help of facilitation techniques, and we have the second model that's called bottom-up approach. All right. So for the facilitation techniques of collective intelligence, it means that we will be talking about the moments or the workshops that we can do inside the organization. Here we have Bono hats. It's a facilitation technique. It's a set of 6 thinking hats for problem solving. These hat posters serve as reminders for what each colored hat stands for and the 6 different aspects of problem solving or working on a task. So we have the blue hat. It reflects the process, the next steps, and the action plan. The other person will wear the white hat. He will be or she will be in charge of the data, facts, information known or needed. We have the red hat. We have here the feelings, the intuition. I feel like this is not working, etc. And then we have the black hat. It reflects the challenges. What are the potential problems? This hat that I usually wear at Future Island. And then for the yellow hat, we have the benefits, why something may work. And last but not least, we have the green hat. It reflects or represents the creativity and the new ideas. Actually, it's also a technique to investigate about something or a certain problem. The second facilitation technique of the collective intelligence we have the World Cafe is a powerful technique. It's a large group dialogue that encourages everyone to work together, share their ideas and perspectives, ask questions, and collectively come up with new insights and in a relaxed environment. Let me describe this technique. So for instance, if we would like to implement or to use this technique, we will be having tables, participants, and at each table we will have a participant or a host who will be welcoming people, asking questions, and especially taking notes for everything. And then we have participants who will be sitting on tables, talking freely about the subject, asking questions, and then all that will last for 20 to 30 minutes. And then they will be moved to another table to ask another questions and add more insights to another table, and so on. Finally, we have the dialogue circle. It appears it's just a dialogue circle, but it really helps to represent the issue, to be able to ask few questions, to share theories, experiences, strategies, and to have a dialogue and exchange and organize or plan for the next step. Now we get to the how do you include collective intelligence into your organization. We have here in this slide a framework or a model, STAR model made by J. Galbraith. We will break it down into 5 elements. This model helps the organization to cultivate the collective intelligence and to be more into innovative place. So for the first element, we have strategy or direction. It says the overall goals and objectives the group or organization is trying to accomplish. When we talk about strategy here, and especially in innovative organization. Basically, we talk about the innovative strategy. So it's mandatory to have a very compelling innovative strategy or vision, a clear steps, otherwise the collective intelligence cannot be achieved. Also, if we talk about collective intelligence, we talk more about the values of the groups. So the vision should be aligned perfectly with the values of the team. Second, we have the structure or the power or the leadership style, how activities are grouped, and who has decision-making power. For me, this is a very critical element in order to successfully implement the collective intelligence in your organization. Because when I say leadership, it means many leadership styles we have out there. But there's a particular attention to the bottom-up approach, where we have one leader and the team, but it's true like we were going to set up a common goal, but then the team members will have the autonomy to work on their tasks freely and let the work gets done. Third, we have the processes or information, the flow of information activities among people, machines, and parts of the organization. If you are a newcomer to an organization and you understand nothing about the process, you are at the wrong company. A clear process is mandatory within your organization and should be understood by all the team members. Adding to that, people are key to your organization, but if you are an IT startup or something, it's pretty interesting to have investment in softwares and so on. Rewards, we have the motivation here. Definitely, we like all this part. Here we talk about mainly about the promotions, the bonus, the trips, if possible, in order to encourage your team to implement this notion in the organization. Last, we have people. So we talk about skills and mindsets, the selection and development of the individuals and skills needed in the organization. Mainly, we talk about the HR process. When a leader do the recruitment, he should be or she should be a good hunter, especially she or he should be good at reading people. What are the key points, the strength points, and so on? Because definitely don't want to hire someone and expect more. I mean, you don't hire. I mean, don't expect a fish to fly at the end of the day. All right. Now we will be talking about the bottom-down management. Choosing the right management style for your business is key to your success. A bottom-up approach values collaboration across the organization to determine the steps needed to achieve the company goals. The leaders still set the goal, but the steps to get there are divided by the individuals and teams. This method gives teams greater autonomy in how they approach the work, leading to more trust, engagement, and creativity. Some characteristics of the bottom-up approach include it's context-based, it emerges from user context, behavior, and so on. It's also solution and action-oriented. The structures develop organically within your organization from what employees are already doing. And last but not least, we have both employees and managers give and receive feedback. Here's some tips on how to build innovative organization with collective intelligence. First, you have to make a space for collaboration. Ideas happen at the table when everyone is sharing their findings, their mistakes, their frustrations, and their learning. To find ways of listening to people at all levels, regardless of role or background, and different people bring with them different ingredients. Every new ingredient could lead to new creation. Last tip is to recognize the long-term value, finding ways to start small and continue to make adjustments over time to improve and refine. Okay, so we came at the last part of the case studies. I tried to select the most famous and interesting case study that have been using collective intelligence as a driver for projects. We have here the UNDP, the United Nations Development Program. They worked on a topic called building more inclusive and livable cities. They have picked 5 cities in Africa, like Ghana, Ethiopia, Uganda, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe, and they asked the residents for innovative solutions to the 3 shared problems: integrating the informal economy, building urban resilience in slums and informal settlements. Third problem, we have reducing waste generation and improving waste management. The collaboration was with the UNDP Global Center for Technology, Innovation, and Sustainable Development and the Governance Lab at New York University to launch the Multi-City Challenge Africa. So here we talk about the open innovation. There's a citizen engagement and in order to tap on the collective knowledge and insights of their residents. So people here were encouraged to submit innovative, low-cost solutions that can be implemented by the cities in the short term. Such solutions can include product, service, softwares, methods, models, public program design, and more. While open innovation challenges are not new, the Multi-City Challenge uniquely combines 2 factors: the public-facing challenge with problem definition training for city officials. So here the goal is to develop solutions that are impactful, practical, and implementable. 25 city officials from the departments of housing, community services, waste management, gender, energy, and more participated in a recently concluded intensive training program over 2 months. So here a glimpse of how the training looks like. First, we have the introduction, then problem definition, the 3rd session about problem definition, and then a collective workshop. Then we have defining the problems with data and people, a 2nd workshop for the session number 6, and then developing solutions with open innovation. 3rd, we have the workshop number 3, and then cities present their final challenges. The multi-city challenge method supports cities in defining challenges and solving them in collaboration with their residents. It offers the community a space to participate in the design and formulation of public policies and programs at the local level, allowing them to provide their innovative ideas to overcome these challenges. So for cities to thrive, we need to be listening to and learning from those who know these urban spaces the best. There are our communities and citizens. So here we have the collective intelligence can be the source of many innovative, entrepreneurial, and sustainable ideas to improve the world we live in. The second case study, it's about Nesta, which is an innovation agency for social good based in the UK. So Nesta has launched a new center for collective intelligence. They believe that many of the biggest gains will come from better approaches to combining human and machine intelligence, and in particular, harnessing the intelligence of groups. So the focus on the sharing of collective intelligence and how this can benefit public fields such as health and education. So the combination of people and machines or artificial intelligence will lead to a social good. The last case study that we have for today comes from Future Island. This is our last project that we adopted the open innovation lenses. We will take a look at it pretty quickly. So it calls Citizen-Centric Digitalization for Tunisia. It's the first incubator dedicated to B2G, business to government. The goal was to toward a public, digital, and inclusive service. The story started with a survey to investigate what are the faced challenges by Tunisians for the upcoming 5 years. The collaboration was with Social Innovators Network, which is the project of Future Islands, GIZ Tunisia through the Digital Transformation Program, and Future Islands obviously proposed through Citizen-Centric Digitalization for Tunisia. We have supported 9 innovators with solutions dedicated to digital transformation for citizen-centric public services. Here's a glimpse of how the progress of this project. First step, we have the mapping of the ecosystem. It took 4 months. The focus was social services and environmental and citizen interaction. We have conducted interviews with 15 startups and 5 municipalities, and a co-creation session was made with 4 municipalities and 5 entrepreneurs. The second step, we had a set of trainings and mentoring for 6 months. We have here 8 teams, 45 hours of collective group sessions, 80 hours of individual sessions with the trainers. And then we have the community testing. It took 6 months. We had 1 day of co-design with public institutions, 4 online co-design sessions with users, and 4 community testing for 4 solutions. And then we have at the end the CCD4 Tunisia Fair. At the end, the result, we had 8 digital products developed and tested, and closing and matching events with technical and financial partners. Here we have the online trainings. We had many interesting topics such as design sprint, UX UI, marketing, digital, cybersecurity, plaidoyer and lobbying, business development, digital literacy, techniques, and principles of the pitching. Here we have the trainers, the mentors, and the facilitators that have contributed to this project. Here, the day of training on co-creation approaches for inclusive and digital services and digital services in Tunisia. We had 9 startups, 6 municipalities, Ras Jbal, Bizerte, Tunis, Nebel, Carthage, and Marsa, and 2 public institutions. For the online workshops, we had online co-design workshops with citizens or end users. It took it lasts for 4 hours per session. We have here example of the solutions. We have Allo Justice, City 2.0, Inhorizon, QR Box Digital. Last but not least, this is the community testing. It was online and offline. We had 2 workshops with SuperSense and Inhorizon. And at the end, we had 8 startups. And it's clear that the collaboration is embedded in the DNA of Future Islands. Collective intelligence is more than a tool. It's a skill and essential mindset that has solid fundamentals and techniques that activate innovation and generate long-lasting change. The world became our lab. As an organization, it's time to open the borders to the external talent to use collective intelligence for the good common, for the good purpose, and to shape the future of our society. At the end of the day, or the bottom line, it's not a magic pill, but it's a solid notion to shape the future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Fide, for your presentation. Now, please, everyone, if you have any question, you can raise your hands, and please don't leave unless we give the certification to Mrs. Fide. Thank you. So, is there any question? Mahat?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask you a question. First, I would like please raise your hand if you have ever participated in a hackathon before. Oh, okay. We have three people. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. The second question is it new for you to know about co-creation approaches, co-design, collaboration, and so on? If yes, please raise your hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not bad. All right. My third question is, what are the takeaways from what I said? Yeah, we have one.
Hi, do you hear me? My takeaway is, first of all, since we are business students, so this seminar has been very interesting for us. Thank you very much for your presentation. It was concise and it was full of necessary information. It was, first of all, you talked about collective intelligence, the importance of collective intelligence, methods that businesses could use collective intelligence for in manifestations such as startup hackathons, design thinking, innovations, ateliers, and everything. And also, I think that it's extremely important for us, since we do work a lot of projects, to have things like that. And I really, really like the case studies, since it showcased that it's not only theory, it's not only just words, it's collective intelligence important. We work as a group. No, it is things that could change and revolutionize societies. Thank you very much, Madame Frida.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So I have two questions, please. First question. My first question is, how far can collective intelligence be different from individual intelligence? And what's the best way to promote the difference according to you? Did I repeat the question?
Okay. Can you repeat the first question, please?
How far can collective intelligence be different from individual intelligence? And what's the best way to promote the differences according to you?
Okay. How to differentiate between collective intelligence and individual intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Individual intelligence, you can measure it based on your marks. I don't know how to measure it, but for the collective intelligence, actually we mobilize the expertise of many people in order to solve a problem. Meanwhile, for the individual intelligence, you just have a problem and you're gonna solve it by yourself. It's easy. Okay, for the second question, can you repeat it, please?
What's the best way to promote the differences according to you?
To promote, okay. I would say through hackathons, through design thinking workshops, through all the shapes of collective intelligence, and starting from you guys, from the students, because you are the future and you are the future generation that will be shaping the future of the society. So if you begin adopting these lenses, I think it will be a good start to promote the collective intelligence.
So I have another question, please.
Sure.
Would you consider collective intelligence as a trait of dependency in which divine individuality loses its meaning?
Well, I like this question. All right. It's true that collective intelligence has myriad and various advantages, benefits to the organization, to the society, and so on. But always there is a special place for the individual intelligence. I mean, yes, we can work together and so on, but at the end, there's like small place for the individual intelligence that can spark at any time within the collective intelligence workshop.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello. So don't you think that by setting many people together can create many conflicts so they can lead to failure?
I like this question, and yes, as I stated in the presentation, I'm sure and I'm 100% that if we adopt collective intelligence in any organization, it will lead to conflicts and so on. But the key is to be a good leader, to hand the right people, you can have even a set of trainings to help the newcomers or your people to adopt this collective intelligence. But yes, it could be, but we can avoid it.
Okay, but experience can make some people want to leave others and just to take them and put them in one group. Everyone wants to leave the other, so
Yes,
that's the idea.
it's true and it's real what you are talking about, but after all, collective intelligence is a mindset. You have to work on it.
Hi.
Just one sentence. So it's true, it's a tool and so on, but collective intelligence, after all, it's a mindset and it's a skill, and we can work on it all together for the good common and for the good purpose. I mean, you're right what you are saying, but at the end of the day, we have to work on it more.
How can artificial intelligence and machine learning be used to enhance collective intelligence and collaboration effort?
All right, I like this question. So it's true we have the collective intelligence and we will be mobilizing people from expertise, skills, and so on. But now with the digitalization transition, we have the artificial intelligence. We have myriad of examples from Nesta. The example that I mentioned, you can check it out. There were really real examples all over the world that illustrate how artificial intelligence can be a good plus for the collective intelligence at the end. Sure. You mean that artificial intelligence can hinder the potential of the collective intelligence? At some point, it could be, but I always look at the bright side of the things. Artificial intelligence really have or can be a complementary thing to the collective intelligence, but definitely it's a double sword notion. So yeah, it's like Facebook or any digital thing. It has advantages and disadvantages. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mrs. Fida. So, as I've mentioned earlier, please everyone don't leave unless we the certificate is Fida. Here.